Hello guys, this is the first episode of my new series, which will be a guide for a caster. And you may ask why this character looks like a knight if I just made a full series about knight and melee. Well, this is because the caster can actually use Lothric armor and claymore and still be a caster. I'm going to do it in the same way as before. I'm gonna just show you what to do before boss and in between bosses, and then all the boss fights step by step. So the first thing to do would be to take pyromancer or mage. I chose mage, pyromancer, not mage. That's because some enemies are more likely to be hit by fire. This is especially for tar beasts, the first tutorial boss. So that's two. It's easy fight with the first boss, and then you can farm tar beasts for embers, which I'm probably going to show in a moment. Well, it's a one choice. You either go mage or you go pyromancer, because the other classes don't have any damaging spells. So this is the only way to play caster from the start. I chose pyromancer, but I will try to be all casters at once and show you as much as possible, as early as possible. So right now we are in the first area of the game after tutorial boss and after the hub area. This is the High Wall of Lothric, and I'm gonna show you what I have at this point. This is before the boss. This is before the Vort, after the tutorial boss. So when you unlock the ability to farm, I farmed. It took me like, I'm not sure how many. Let's see if I can check it. 8 hours and 51 minutes, so it's faster. It's twice as fast as with the melee character. Also, I'm slightly lower level, and I can be lower level because I don't need to be as high level as with the melee character. I will start with the current stats and short explanation why I have such stats. 27 into health to have 1000 HP. This is very important for every character, just to have enough to survive most of the game or even the entire game. Attunement is 15 because I wanted to have 120 mana focus points. This allows us to throw our basic fireball 12 times. So this is 1200 against the knights, because they are getting hit for like 100, and more on other enemies. This is a lot of damage on one bar of mana of focus points. So this is 12 fireballs. Then we have stamina, which we don't use at all right now. We don't really need that much stamina. Vigor is 8. I can still use the Lothric armor just with 8 vigor, I guess it's called, or vitality. It might be the other way around, I'm not sure. This is a stat that gives you encumbrance, so I didn't touch it. Strength is 16 to one hand the claymore. Dexterity is 15. It's 13 for claymore, 14 for the bow, and I am 15 because of something. I don't really recall if there's anything that needs 15. Let's check. Yeah, the dark sword that I'm gonna show you how to get is 15 dexterity. So if you want to have a very good early game straight sword, you can have it with the dark sword. That's why 15. And I didn't go into Uchigatana, which I have, because I'm not gonna use it. I'm probably gonna use it on the assassin if I ever make an assassin. This is my third project if I make it. But right now we can use either the straight sword or claymore and a bow. So we have like 3 weapons that are available, and probably we are not gonna get any more points into strength and dexterity for a long time, if ever. Then we have intelligence and fate for 20 points. This is to improve our damage. This is going to grow from this point on up to 99, hopefully. And I didn't touch luck. Now, as for gear, I'm using +4 row 1.5 hander. This is very similar weapon to claymore. +4. How you get +4? +4 you get by exchanging firebomb with the crows. This is one large titanite, and the other one is for shooting around 99 arrows at the dragon, probably a little less than that, but depends how well you are shooting and how much damage you do, and if you upgrade the bow or not. 99 arrows are enough. It will scare the dragon, he will fly away, you'll get another shot. And this allows you to get one weapon between tutorial boss and Vord. So you can have one weapon at +4. And because we're not gonna get much from scaling, because we're not gonna put much points into strength and dexterity, that's why I chose raw augment. So with raw augment, this is 260 damage from Claymore, and we are a caster. And we still have a very strong weapon. Also, I'm using a very crappy shield. I don't know even why. Probably it's just because I can use any shield with this setup. I'm at 99.6 encumbrance, so I can maybe block something if I have to, but usually I'm not gonna block at all. I can block like arrows with that. And then it's full Lothric armor, which you have to farm from the knights. And you have actually 4 rings at this point. This is the ring for pyromancer that we have from the start. Then we have improved defense when we have low HP. Actually, I should get maybe +1. Let me check. I should probably get the one for HP, but for some reason I think I went with 3 fire bombs or something else. I'm not sure what I chose for the beginning. If you want, you can choose the ring that gives you more HP, but I chose not to. This is the ring for more souls. It speeds up the farming and we can use it from now on, especially on bosses. We can also switch to this ring just after killing the boss. And this is when you pay 20,000 souls for the key to the tower. You go to the tower and you then go to the roof or of your hub area, to the crow's nest, which you need anyway because you want that +4 weapon. And you can basically find there, after a hidden wall, the ring. You can check it on Wiki exactly where it is. I'm not gonna to show it to you now. Just it's optional. You can have it if you want to. You can find this area and get also one more Estus flasks. That's why I have 6. The other one is in the kitchen on this level, so you can find both. And you also have a ring that improves your healing. It's more per flask, so it's very good, especially since we have quite high HP. Now, there is one thing you can also do, because basically this is all you need to know. This is the basic spell. This is the Claymore, and this is all we need. I'm also gonna show you one place that you can go very early to find one enemy that is gonna give you over 2,000 souls if you choose to farm him. You can also farm dark armor from him, and you can farm dark sword from him. So if you wanna have this dark sword, which was very good, I don't know if it was nerfed or not, it's generally very good straight sword, you can take it and get it very early on. Even if you want, if you choose to, you can have it +4 or +3. So I'm just gonna move now to this place, and to unlock this place you need to kill one NPC. You have to kill Leonard, who is against one of the thrones, and I think he gives you the red item to evade people. Like, he gives you one of those, and then if you kill him you get this one, and you can evade as much as you want. So if you just kill him, you get the key to the place I'm gonna show you in a moment. So let's move to this place. Hopefully I can show you also some combat. I'm probably going to kill this one guy with a fireball. Let's just throw one. Okay, this kills him. And it's one more down there. And one more still here. I'm gonna throw it. Okay. I'm gonna use the claymore at the enemy. Hopefully I don't die here. Probably will roll and just go through him. Okay, 1, 2, and done. 2 shots. So that's how strong the claymore is. It's two-handed, and this is the door. So if you go through the door, you go down, you find a dark rite, which I'm not gonna fight now because I don't always succeed in it. But you can fight him, you can kill him, and you can farm the sword from him, and you can farm his armor if you want to. Also, it sells for 500, so if he drops an armor, that's 500 more, plus 2000 something that he gives. You can go slowly to him and try to backstab, or you can go the two-handed stance and just keep slashing him like 3 times, then roll away, or 4 times. And you can kill him with this setup. So this is optional if you want more HP. Also, you can farm him. You can kill those 2-3 guys here, the knight up there, or maybe also fight the knight, just so you can see how it goes. I try to fight him. Where is he? Is he going to come here or not? Oh. I'm gonna throw a fireball at him, maybe. Okay. This one is still alive. See, the damage is not so bad with the armor. I was actually using this armor on my melee character, and for most of the game I was just using this armor. It was enough for most bosses. So this is a really good armor early on. You can get even before fighting the first real boss. Okay, I'm gonna go further and kill those guys. I'm switching stance now. If you're not going through the shields, you can go with one-handed and do the slashing. If you have to go through the shield, like now, we switch to two-handed and go slash dead. And if you attack 2 or 3 times, you are going to guard break pretty much everybody, and works for most of the game. If you are two-handing a big weapon and you keep slashing, keep attacking, then after 2 or 3 hits, sometimes more, you will actually guard break enemies. Now I'm gonna... I don't have more mana. Yeah, I have it, because I have more points. Should be enough to kill him. Let's see. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So basically this character has built-in fire bombs. His fire spells is just like a fire bomb. It's quite powerful. It can kill the tar beasts. We also getting experience here, and they can drop embers and shards. So you can farm those enemies with this character. That's why I chose pyromancer and not the mage, because he can farm these and he can go through the first boss easily. Now on the first actual boss, who is Vord, I don't want to actually use mage, because I tried it a long time ago, and you won't really do much damage, and you're gonna be very squishy unless you do exactly same build boss with mage. But if you want to, you can just do the same but with mage. You're also gonna start with a ring that gives you more damage from magic. You're gonna be able to cast like 1 or 2 spells, and the only plus of playing a mage from the start is that you can probably go with +3 staff, while you cannot really improve the glaive yet, because you have to unlock the pyromancer. So mage would be stronger if you buff his staff to +3 or +4, but he's not gonna benefit from hitting enemies weak to fire, so he's not gonna be that good against tar beasts and the first boss. And on the second boss, on the actual boss here that we are going to, I'm not going to use magic. I'm going to use the claymore, because it's more damage and we should be able to tank the boss face on. Now I'm not gonna fight this guy, even though I could, because I probably want to go all the way to the boss with the S2s, and in the next episode we find the boss. So I'm just going to run past him. Hopefully we lose him. I'm switching stance now, because I want to kill this guy instantly. One shot. This guy also one shot. And we are going to drop here and clear this area before boss. Also, I'm playing without embers, so this is the HP without embers. Now we switch the stance and we go slash, slash, and dead. 2 slashes. This guy, same story. We slash at the shield, guard break, kill him. Okay. Now I'm gonna use 1 S2s. Also here you can find an NPC that you can take to the boss fight, but I'm probably going to do it without him. So just an option. If you farm an ember, I don't know if I have any. Yeah, I have 3. If you use ember, you can summon him and fight the boss with him, and try to use, for instance, ranged spells or fireballs, but I'm probably going to show you how you can take the boss out head on. If not, I'm probably going to switch the strategy and try to use the NPC as distraction and throw those balls at him. And the same can be done with a mage. So it's up to you whether you want to fight harder boss but have this distraction and aggro switching, or you just want to do exactly same build as mine and face tank the first boss with the claymore, and then you can go all the way with the caster. But for the easy enemies to conserve also mana and to kill the first boss, I mean the first boss after tutorial, you can use this claymore. As you can see, I'm going through those nights with a caster. This is still a caster. I put 20 points into intelligence and faith. I have very minimal requirements on the weapon. However, I have very good armor, which allows me to tank them. I'm also appearing to be more tanky because I put points into vitality. So as you can see, you are at the same time pretty good warrior and a caster. And when we kill the first boss, it will be easier from there. I think I have the banner. I'll just check if I have the banner. Yes, I have the banner already. So I'm going to heal now, and we'll meet each other in the next episode, fighting the first boss, the first real boss. And it will be either like this, or I will try to come here with all 6 Estus, just not killing anyone, and we'll try with 6 Estus. And if that fails, I'm probably gonna show you the strategy with NPC and fireballs, but probably it should go smoothly with this exactly setup. Okay guys, so that will be it for the pre-first boss part. This is the first video where I'm showing you just how you can build your caster early on, if you want to, if you get stuck, if you have trouble with any enemies. And then we have to kill the Ward boss, and after the Ward boss we'll have access to 4 areas. So I will have to spend there a lot of time farming all possible items and getting the build as high as possible. And there I'm gonna show you how can you fight all the other bosses that are available. Like I think there's 3 bosses available at least afterward. You can fight them in any sequence you want. But I will have much more items, a much higher level, and much better build without killing any bosses. So I want to make all the boss fights as easy as possible. The first one was easy because we had fireballs, and he's susceptible to fire in the second phase. Also, fireballs help in the first phase because they are ranged. This is the setup that we have for the first real boss, which is much higher than most players would have at this point, even though we are just caster. I look like a knight, and I'm much more tanky than it could appear that a caster can be. And the next boss afterward should be killed with much more ease because I'm gonna really farm and improve this build as high as possible. I'm gonna give you a report how I did it. So I'm gonna say goodbye to you right now, and we'll meet in the boss fight in next episode. So see you around guys, and thanks for watching.